I just had a conversation with my daughter about her trepidation and taking over my business after I retired. We talked about what it was like for her growing up, seeing me do hair. We talked about her going on and using the steaming method that I teach finally and seeing the difference in her hair. We had a great time talking. And if you are interested in seeing our mother daughter conversation about being in the natural hair care industry, then keep watching. So, you remember me talking about my three daughters, right? Well, this daughter is the daughter that I gifted my business to, and I am excited to have her to talk about her own experience of what that was like, what her reservations might have been, and how it's going on now with her. And so, Sikudani Aquia Kendase, hello.
Right.
Of course, you don't know me in this genre, right? In this way. So, but anyway, thank you so much for agreeing to come on here and talk to me and the audience about your experience with inheriting my business. So just kind of give everyone an overview of what it was like growing up in a household that you saw your mom doing people's hair every day, and what was going on in your mind if you can think back on that as a child. What was it like growing up in that type of household?
Hmm. Well, first of all, you're welcome. Thanks for asking me. I'm not very good with this, but I'll do my best.
Yes, you
Um,
are. You are. You even have videos on your channel. Remember? You used to do hair tutorial videos and everything. Don't you remember?
yes, but
And
I
you're
guess
beautiful on camera. So
thank you. And you look good too, Mom. Your hair looks good and the makeup and stuff. But
thank you.
um, yeah. So let's see. Well, to me it was just I just remember it being a lot of people that would come in and out, and I met different people, and um, I don't know. I had fun. I mean, I was a kid, and I would be in there with you sometimes, just sitting in there, or you know, um, it's from what I can remember. Um, and we met like a lot of people who became friends and family to all of us, and people who have been here throughout the years. So to me, it wasn't. I guess I wasn't old enough to understand like what really was going on, but I thought it was fun. See different people coming in and out, and um, to get to meet different people. Some people had kids, so things like that. So it was kind of fun for me, I guess I would
Okay.
say.
Okay. Well, do you remember this one time when I had a client? She was really going through, and I told her that you sang, and you came in and sang a song to her, and I tell you that lady, she fell on her knees with her hands up, and you sang that song, and yeah, I thanked you, and then you went right on out. Do you remember that?
I do, and I didn't really know like what was going on. I didn't know why, and at that time I was more uninhibited with my singing, so I was very like, you didn't really have to ask me, like you would, but it was like, sure, whatever. I didn't think of it as like anything, but now looking back, I see that God allowed me to be used as something, as an instrument for Him, in that moment at least. And so I do remember that. I do, but I remember not thinking of anything. I just sang the song,
Right,
and like
that's
you said,
right.
went about my business.
That lady was, I'm
So
telling you,
I do
yes,
remember
that
that.
lady was touched. And you're right, as a child, some of my clients would have children. and not a lot. You know, when I was actually doing hair, I only had a couple of clients that had children, but for the most part, you all were in school. But there was occasions where you probably would play with them and stuff like that. Um, but
Mhm.
when I decided to retire, and I offered you the opportunity to take over my business. Like what were some specific worries or doubts that you might have had about taking over the business?
Uh, Maybe that I wouldn't be up to par, and that people would report me because I wasn't, certified. And, at the time I don't even remember, I was like 20 or something, 21, I think. I don't even know. It's been a long time, but
It has been
um,
a long time.
yeah, I think it's been like 10 plus years at this point. Um,
Mm.
because we were in, oh, well, let me not say, but we were in another house. Um, but yeah, I think that was my main fear, was that like I wouldn't measure up, and in a certain way I didn't, because obviously you were doing hair for years and years and years. So of course I'm not going to be, as experienced as you were and are. Even now, you still outdo hair, like you still outdo me with the speed, because you've been doing it way longer than I have. So, you know, um, but I would say those were my main two fears. Anything else, I didn't have fears about it, because I knew I needed to do it. I knew I didn't want to just have your clients just disperse and go to like other places, when I could pick up the slack for, whoever I could. And I think I was going to college at that point. I knew I needed it. So I was like, let me, let me slide in here. And it took you some time to consider me. So,
You know what? I'm telling you, I was just thinking, how did that even come about?
for me.
How did I even ask you to take over? I know Kane wasn't even into hair. She said she would definitely not do Sister Locks. It takes too long. It's too, and now look what she's doing, right?
Right. Hmm.
Shabi was definitely not interested. She was into her dance career. And so,
Hmm.
how did it even, if I can't remember, how did it even come about that you were even considered? I asked you, or you asked, I can't remember, of you taking over.
Um, well, I think you told me that you were letting it go, and I was like, okay. At first I didn't really think of it, but then a couple days went by, and I was like, why not see if you can do it? I think it was the Lord, honestly, because I surely was not trying to do hair, but I just again, I knew I was going to college, and I knew I needed something to do to make money. So plus I was like, it would be a shame for her to lose all of those people, and nobody, like, nobody reaped those benefits, because I know that's what you were working for. Most of it was to pass it down, or some type of thing, like to keep it in the family. But I think I do remember that when I did rethink it, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to see. I came and asked you, and I said, well, what are you going to do, like, with your clients? Like, what's going to happen? And you were like, I'm just going to refer them to other people. And I was like, well, why not, let me try. And you
Oh,
said,
you
you
know.
want to do it? And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, I mean, I've watched you do Sister Locks many times. So, and you were like, okay, well, try it on me. So I did like a couple locks on your hair, and I guess I did good enough. You were like, oh, you did a good job. And
Yes.
that's what happened. So yeah, I think
Okay.
it was just, I came to you because I know you were like, well, if these two don't want to do it, I know Seafood don't want to do it. So,
Yeah, I could not imagine you wanting to do it at that point, right?
mhm.
And so, um, so yeah, that's a great memory of how it all came about. Um, and so when you did, it was this one particular client. We don't have to mention their name.
Hmm.
I told her, and it was a her, right? I told her that I would be retiring, and that I would be retiring, and that my daughter would be taking over. And she said, "What? You got what? You got all this time I took to research and all, and now you got it." I mean, she went off, right? And I think I had her on speaker or something, and you might have heard her or something.
Yes.
And I wanted you to talk to her, and you said, "Oh no, I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to her," or something like that. Do you remember that? Like, what was your
I
emotion?
do. I was like, this lady's gonna report me, and no, I don't. That's why I didn't want to talk to her, because I was like, she's gonna tell on me. Um,
And what
and
could they do? I mean, they couldn't do anything to you at all. You know, I guess that was, like you said, that was a fear. If anything, they would come
yeah,
down on me. You know.
exactly. And
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't have been able to get any more tools and all of that stuff. So yeah, possibly, that could have been my qualm with it, but at the same time, I don't know. I just was scared of getting in trouble
Yeah.
somehow. I don't know, because you're right. There's no way that they could have disciplined me.
For
Also,
real.
I know it was trademarked and people weren't doing it online before. Now people don't care and they just
Yeah.
do
They
whatever.
have all.
But
Yep.
um
Yep.
we actually had respect and fear of, like, we didn't want something that was copyrighted or trademarked to, like, to be replicated out loud type of thing. So
Right.
that's also why, because I was like, I know it's her thing and she doesn't want other people to, do it if it's not under her program, which understandably so.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it was. But yeah, I remember that, and I was like, she's the last client I want. But she
But
ended up
today,
being, yeah, one of my most loyal clients. Now she's moving out of state, so I won't be doing her hair, but that was 10 plus years ago. So all this time I've been doing her hair.
yeah.
So I
Wow.
still have one more appointment for her, I believe. So yeah.
Okay. Wow, isn't that something? I tell you, that is so. And then not only did you do her hair, but you did her daughter's hair as well, right?
Right. Mhm.
So you
And her sister now.
and her sister now, right?
Yeah.
Wow. And now, if there's another client that actually was upset with me that I
Mhm.
retired, and they wanted me to consider them as family and just do their hair, right? And I was like, "Oh no, I'm retiring," right? And so you inherited that customer, that client as well. So how is it going with them today?
Good. Okay. So this client
Yeah.
tried to, sometimes sometimes people, how do I put this? Sometimes they get, they get offers from other people who may mean them well or whatever. And because, yeah, Sisterlocks has become more popular throughout the years, and some people just want to do what they call micro locks now. People just want to practice. So I think this particular client was getting offers from people who wanted to do their hair for free, and they didn't want to pay, and they were like, okay, well, anybody could do my hair. I'm sure that's what they felt.
Right.
And not realizing that, like, no, a good consultant is few far and in between, honestly. Like, yeah, there's people who do hair, but not everybody knows what they're doing. So
That's true.
a few times, no, not a few times, I think it was one time they tried to leave me. Actually it was the day of the appointment that we had scheduled. I didn't hear from them. I called, they didn't answer, and I was like, okay, cool. So they thought they could leave me, okay. And then about, I don't even know how long later, but maybe a month or two later, they came crawling back. Hey, I tried to leave you, but I don't know what I was thinking. This lady messed up my hair. She combined my locks without telling me, and she knotted some locks up. My hair is thinning. I said, maybe next time you won't try me like
That's
that.
right. That's right.
So I took the client back and still do their hair to this day.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful. the hair is really. I mean, so
Yeah.
let me get now to you, right? So I felt with you doing my hair, my sample locks, I knew that this was something that you could do. And it was going to be a blessing because a lot of my clients had already known who you were because you grew up, with them coming. And, but the neatness and the gentleness that you had, I knew that, you taking over would be a positive as a positive thing for me first of all, so I wouldn't just drop my clients, and for
Right.
them because they would still get the same level of professionalism, the
Mm-hmm.
hair, the consideration to how gentle you were with tender-headed people, right?
Mm-hmm.
um, and then it would be a blessing to you to make some extra money while you were going to school. And
Right.
so this is what helped me to be more confident and comfortable with you taking over the business and having confidence that you would do a great job with my clients, right? And so how many of course there are some people that didn't follow through, but
Mm-hmm.
how many of those clients do you still serve today, you know on a
Mm.
regular basis?
Maybe about three loyal, like every month or every other month, but
Yeah.
about five who come every now and then.
Right,
So
right,
two who
right.
come every now and then, three who are on the schedule every month or every other month.
Hmm.
Yeah, honestly, you had a lot of clients, and a lot of them dropped off for many different reasons.
Right.
Um, I moved around a lot, and then other
Yeah.
people moved, or other people, so a lot of people drove far too. So um, a lot of them were like, "Yeah, I found somebody closer," and then other people just cut their hair off. Some people cut their hair off multiple times.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's just different reasons. But yeah, now we're down to the final five. So yeah,
Okay.
about
And
five.
so that's great, Siku. That's good. And those clients are happy with your services. With I tell you, I sure wish I was still around or you were near or something where you can do my hair. I do my own hair now by not by choice, but I miss you doing my hair. The talks and everything that we had, and as we do hair. So
Hmm.
when I come out there again, I'm gonna make sure that I need a retightening, so you can hook me up.
Hmm.
But oh, do you do your own hair, right? Oh, so let me go back real quick, and I know
Okay,
we run out of time.
it's
Um,
okay. We got a little bit more time.
okay. So no, wait, turn to the side again. Look how beautiful and long your hair is getting. Oh my gosh, that is nice. You got a little mohawk. I need to try that style. I need to try
Oh
that.
man, it's
But
my it's my go-to.
is
Sorry, go
it?
ahead.
Okay, I love
Hmm.
that style. But anyway, so
Thank you.
when I did, you were the absolute last client I had while I was in retirement, right? You took me out of retirement to do your hair, and that was part of your graduation gift for doing
Right.
so well in college and all that. And so you were the very last one, and I did my absolute best work in your head. And
Yeah.
look how beautiful they are. And but I wanted to also talk about your hair care, right? So
Hmm.
you do your own hair, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what is so you all know that I teach, steaming and all. You see Stella the steamer back here, right? And so that's her name. Did you know I named her Stella?
No.
That's Stella the steamer.
Okay. Hey,
And so
girl.
I named her, and so I was teaching steaming and all that for a couple of years, y'all, before
Hmm.
my daughter, right, got in on. I mean, when she steamed a couple of times and she knew that it was good, but then finally I kept telling her steaming, steaming, steaming. So my mom got her a steamer for her birthday, and so since steaming Sikudani, right? And then, of course, using beautiful hair products. What has been your experience from a year ago till now? with the routine. What is your routine?
Okay, so my routine is Sundays, I wash and steam, and then braid my hair for the week. And then I'll oil my scalp. I'll put the conditioning whipped cream. My favorite is, well, now it's between the rose water and the argan oil, but the OG was the argan oil. I would put that in before I braided my hair to add definition and to add, seal in the moisture. And then I would just use the spray to refresh my hair like every other day or so. I don't have any more sprays, so yeah. But now I just basically, I try to keep it as simple as possible so that I can stay consistent and not be like wishy-washy, because one thing that I realized was, keep it simple. And I was so resistant to steaming because I felt like I had another solution and I just didn't want to buy it. Let's just be real. I just was being cheap and I didn't want to spend the money. But when I saw like how my mom's hair was flourishing and how, thick it was looking, healthy, long, I was like, because what happened was before this set, I had another set and it was down my back. And I think maybe like the last 6 months I had the set, my sister and I were like, we're just going to start co-washing our hair every week. We did that and our hair grew.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, well, that's all I need to do. That's it. And I didn't realize like, no, your hair has different needs now. And my hair was mature back then. I still have slippage now. And so my needs and the way that I do things are going to be different now until they do mature again and get to the point where there's no slippage, there's no new locks, like that type of thing. So now, when she told me about steaming, I told her that I was having trouble growing my hair and, it just grows slow. I didn't realize that I had slow growing hair. And so she was like, yeah, you have the slow growing hair like me. So we have to steam and wash every week. Like, that's just what we have to do. That's just, and I was like, I just didn't want to admit it, that I had slow growing hair. I was like, that can't be, because no. So, my experience has been nothing but positive. The steaming is really relaxing, actually. I put it on for like 20 to 30 minutes Sunday morning, and I'll just put on something, or it's really quiet. And so it's not like a hair dryer where like you have to turn the TV all the way up or like, and, my hair has thickened up a lot. Like I used to wear my hair in the shell twists all the time, the ones that she loves and that I did love too, and still love. I have a couple, but this is all I could do because now my ends are too thick, and so my hair is thickened up. I've definitely seen growth. I just measured my hair, and journaling has helped too. I got the Sisterlocks steaming journal, so I've been journaling and keeping track. Yeah, so I've been keeping track, measuring my hair. Right, taking notes. I think writing out my retightings and things like that. I keep it on my kitchen table so I remember to write on it, because my steamer is right next to my kitchen table. So I try to, whenever I steam, I try to mark it in the book, and but seeing growth, I think I've seen, well, I only started measuring it like last month, but since last month I started at 8 inches. And I think my goal was half an inch, and it grew half an inch.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna keep doing that. So the products, I've gone every other place that I possibly could and tried to find every other product. Nothing works for my hair. Yes. I love trying new products, especially when I was a loose natural, because when you're locked, there's certain things that you don't get the same results, like certain conditioners. It just doesn't feel the same because your hair is locked. So as a loose natural, yes. As a lock natural, I was a little bit still, but I realized like these the beautiful hair products are crafted specifically, for locks. I mean, you can, if you're loose natural, you can't go wrong using them either. But if you're locked natural, you're better off using them because they're formulated to accommodate that specifically. Whereas other locks brands, or not lock brands, but other hair brands don't really have that focus. And so, just using the products that are made specifically for my locks, I should say. I mean, again, the hair care is for black textured hair anyway, right? So it doesn't matter if it's loose or if it's locked. But I just know for me, no other shampoo has been able to compare. So I bought like five, I think 5 shampoos or something like that. So with the products in conjunction with the steamer, I've seen a lot of differences. My hair has thickened up, new locks are sprouting, my edges have gotten way thicker, grown back. Like I used to have a lot of problems with my edges, and now they're fully back. I have new locks to form. There's a lot of loose hair in the front for more new locks. So, for me, I just need to practice more patience. That's the only thing that I would say I need to get, because I'm like ready to just have long hair. I mean, I've had these for so long, but it's about what you do and how you take care of them. So now, just being patient and catering to my hair is what's next. But I've been enjoying it so far. It's been cool to kind of see the progress and keep track of it.
Do you enjoy doing your hair? Or is it a task? Is it like, oh, I gotta do my hair again?
What, like retightening?
No, I mean like caring for it from week to week. I call it your me time, where you actually shampoo it and, go through the steaming. Is it a task for you, or is it something that you look forward to?
The shampooing and steaming I do look forward to. It's the styling that I don't.
Oh,
because half the time I don't know what to do. But I have been like lately, I'll just braid my hair and it'll last for the whole week. My braid out will last.
You keep it in braids, or you do a braid out?
I do a braid out. So I braid it right after I steam it, keep it in that whole entire day, and take it out the next morning. And Monday through Friday, at least, sometimes till Saturday, and then maybe even the next Sunday, the braid out is still,
And so what do you use? I mean, do you just, like, when you say you wash your hair and then you steam it, do you put, like, what is your routine? Do you put oil on it and then steam it, or you steam it and then put oil on it and braid it? Like, do you put any other products in your hair to braid it and for it to stay, or it's just, what do you put?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I put the argan oil on my scalp and then I steam.
Okay.
And then I seal everything in with the cream. So I'll do like the argan oil conditioning whipped cream. I'll put that on my hair before I braid it. And that's kind of what helps keep my hair defined for longer versus just water or just oil. So that's pretty much what I do, because I know that the whipped cream has oils in it, it has conditioner, so I don't really need to oil my hair. I just make sure I oil my scalp and still in the moisture on my scalp. So that's pretty much my routine.
Okay. Wow, that's great. So how are things going now in the business? Like, what is your goals? How much longer are you going to be doing hair?
That's a good question. Things are good. Like I said, I have consistent clients. To me, it's just, at this point, it's no longer about money. It's no longer about it helps. It really does. It really helps get me through. Let me tell you, got me through school. And like in those in-between weeks where I need a little something extra, it's a blessing. But it's really mainly just about the clients that I have. The clients that I have, I've developed friendships and we're family. And it's just nice to help them create the look
Yeah.
that they want, and to just reconnect with them whenever I do get a chance to do their hair, update them, they update me. And that's what I do it for, is to see them happy with their hair, to see them back to what they like to be, their optimal self.
Yeah. Oh.
So that's really what it's about for me. So for me, it is laborious for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like my back be hurting and my legs be hurting, but excuse me, but to me, I don't really have a specific like end date, or like, oh, I'm not doing it. The only time that I probably would not do it is if I like were to move out of the country or something. Like if I were to just move away, then I probably would be like, peace, see y'all, I'm out, like that'll be the day. Even when I have kids, I'll probably take a break, but I probably won't stop it 100%, just because again, it's not something that I do all the time, like, and again, it's about my clients now. So
you have manageable, you say like you have 5 loyal clients, so that's manageable for you.
Well, I do have more than that. I just have 5 clients from you still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
I have.
All right.
Yeah.
How many new clients? Are these Sisterlock clients or Dreadlock clients, or?
It's a mix. So I do have more Sisterlock clients than traditional lock clients, but I would say if I had to guesstimate, about 10 to 11 clients now.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been getting referrals, and it's only up to a certain amount. Like I think I'd cap it at like 15 to 20. That's when I'd be like, okay, that's enough. But I think I have about 10, 11, so I'm like, this is manageable. Yeah.
That's good. And they're happy with your pricing and everything?
Yes. The thing is, people who have been getting their hair done just for me, or haven't done any research outside of me, they're just like, okay, she's good, and I'll just pay whatever. Like most of my clients are like, whatever, just as long as you're not raising it to $100, like, or raising it $100 from where it was, I don't care. Like I'll just. But those people who know what people charge outside of from where I am, they're like, this is all you charge?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
yeah.
But again, I don't do it for money. I'm not money hungry. I'm not trying to like, hustle people. Like
right.
you don't make money when you do like stuff like that.
That's
so true. But for me, it's like, I want to be honest. I want to be, provide good service, and I want them to be happy with what they have, and I just want to be able to make some extra money. Like it doesn't have to be my main thing. So I already have my big girl job, which I'm at right now.
Right.
So for me, or my career, let me say, it's my career. So for me, it's not about that. So yeah,
that's good. So it's all about the clients, and that's the key. That's how I was able to stay in business so long, because it was all about the clients, and that's what's so important. And people can feel that, they can see it in their hair care and all that. So I really, really appreciate, you still, servicing the clients that you have that was from me. And just to see that you are growing and being referred, having a referral is the highest compliment that you can get when you're doing somebody's hair,
Yeah.
So that's a blessing. That really what do you have going on with your life now? Are you on social media? Do you can we contact you? Are you taking new clients, or first of all, do you actually install Sisterlocks, or you just do retightenings?
Ooh, good question. I do not install. No. I just maintain. I just do retightening. That's it. And the only establishments I do are traditional locks.
Okay.
And even with that, there's few far and in between. But but yeah, am I accepting new clients? Only from referrals. Maybe right now I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
So you're not hustling for clients. It's just whatever
No.
whoever comes as a
Yeah.
referral. That's it. Yeah, but you're not out there looking for clients.
No, I'm
Okay.
not. Because again, I also want to live my life too. I don't want to be
Yeah.
doing hair every weekend. So, like, yeah. But, if if it made sense and I felt like, oh, okay, I could do this, then I would accept. But,
And so
other than that,
with your full time job, is only weekends is when you do hair, or do you do it during the week as well?
it's case by case. I do like sometimes if we can't work out a weekend date, I I also travel
Okay.
sometimes, so I'm willing to travel to people on evenings, and some of my clients I do travel to after work.
Okay.
I,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how, but I do. I mean, my job is pretty chill, you know,
Uh-huh.
so I still have the energy to do it most of the time, but I don't do it a lot. I don't do it very often to where I'm traveling during the week. It's mostly on the weekends.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it just depends on the client schedule, my schedule, and how we can work it out.
Okay. Wow. Well, that's great. Well, y'all, I'm telling you, it is so gratifying to know that my daughter, um, grew up in the house seeing me do hair, and now she's doing it. And I tell you, she is excellent. I love when she does my hair. So you see, she has helped my hair, and I want you to turn around and let's see your hair too, see Kudani. Let's see your hair, because I'm telling you, I have noticed it really growing in the last couple of months, just from the consistent regimen,
Hmm.
right? And so, does it really? What is some of the top points that you would or encouragement that you would give someone that's on the fence? First of all, from steaming their hair and using beautiful hair products, and even consider fence. First of all, getting the sister locks installed. What is some of the things that you can say that would help someone to go over the top and just make the decision to do it?
Um, so for the person who is on the fence about getting sister locks, I would say it's definitely an investment. It's an investment, but it's worth it if you feel like you can um, adapt to the lifestyle, because sister locks is not just a hairstyle; it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because we have to remember there's people who still want to color, and that's not what sister locks is for, because the fact of the matter is you're going to mess up, damage your hair doing
Mm,
that.
mm.
So if you're ready to not be stressed about your hair and not be like having to figure things out and having to detangle, that was the deciding factor for me, because I spent like hours detangling my hair one time and it locked right back up. And I was like, okay, so my hair wants to be locked. That's just the conclusion that I came. So I would say listen to your hair. If you know that you're having difficulties with your hair and you feel like you don't know what else to do with it, try Sisterlocks, because I personally feel that black hair should be locked anyway. I feel like that's how our hair flourishes. Yes, there are people who do well with the loose natural hair, and I think that's great. But I think that's not for everybody. And I think, in fact, most black people should be locked, because our hair just flourishes in locks. I've
Yeah.
seen it on myself and on others. And, that's the biggest myth, is that we can't grow hair. And get locks and you'll prove that wrong. I'll tell you that. If
Right.
you take care of them, you will see growth, and just your hair will surprise you. For someone who's on the fence about steaming, I would say do it, because it not only grows your hair, I mean, that's a big incentive, but it also promotes the health of your hair. For me, I have drier hair. So, and living in a dry climate, my hair would be dry, my scalp would be itchy, so I think it will really help um seal the moisture and deposit moisture. I've also been massaging my scalp, as she
Oh,
suggested as
yeah.
well. And so I think try it. Steaming is it's great, and it's self-care. Honestly, it's really relaxing. Like, even if you don't do it for the benefits of your hair, just do it. Like, it's still it feels like you're pampering yourself a little bit. And then for beautiful hair products, like I said, there are great products out there, but every product is not complementary to locks or African American hair. Even those brands who were marketed toward us, they don't necessarily help our hair as much as we think they do. And they cause buildup, and you just have to be careful and really educate yourself. But I've never experienced any buildup for beautiful hair products. I've never experienced anything. But again, it was just my thirst for trying something new, that I was a product junkie, not because of anything beautiful hair products did, but it was just, I just had that, I want to try this, I want to try that. But to me, I think it just makes the most sense, and it smells good. Trust me, you'll get compliments. And
You get compliments on your hair?
I do all the time, all the time. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. I have another couple of clients that say that. Well, see, I'm just here in the office, so. But when you're out and about, and I guess when you walk by and stuff, people do smell. So that is real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that is real. What do they say? Tell me some of the things they say.
Well, the main one is, I'm in a relationship. So when I'm hugging, or when we're like laying next to each other or something like that, I'm laying on him, he's laying on me. He just likes to sniff my hair anyway. So he'll be like, I love your hair, always smells so good. I love the way it smells. It just smells so like a Nubian, just smells like a Nubian goddess or something. Like, I think, how some people just smell like incense and oil, and that's what it gives. And earthy. There you go. So yeah, that's usually what it is. And then there are people who are from a different culture at work who have smelled my hair when I walk by, and they're like, "Oh, it smells so good." So they don't know what it smells like, but they like the smell too. So nothing but compliments so far.
That's good. That is so good. That's good to hear. Well, thank you so much for taking this time out and talking to your mama.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. So y'all, this is one of my 3 daughters. You already met 2, Sikudani and then Kane. The next daughter I need to get on here, she's a braid specialist.
Mm-hmm.
And so that girl can do some braids, can't she, Siku?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she used to do my braids back in the day, and I'd always get compliments too. So yeah.
So we're gonna have a talk with her. But I am so grateful that you spent some time with me and really shed some more light on what it was like taking over the business and now flourishing in the business. Have still a few loyal customers from me, clients from me, and then beyond. So I am just so grateful, to you. I love you. Your hair is gorgeous. And those 2 braids on the side with the shells, that's sometime when you see me with that all over my hair, this is who created it. I call it the Siku, right? That's who created that style with the cowrie shells. Siku Dani, and I call it the Siku. So next time you see me with that hairstyle, you can remember, or you will know who created that style. So thank you so much. You have any parting words?
No. Well, let me say yes.
Okay.
I appreciate you bringing me on and asking me questions. I was skeptical at first, because I just, for some reason, feel like I'm not good with these things, but I appreciate you for the questions you asked. You asked some really good questions, and us in the community, we appreciate you for what you do, and you're bigger for it, and your love for it. I appreciate, you being there for when I have questions. When I have a random hair or scalp question, I'm hitting you up, and so and thank you for showing us your journey, because it's inspiring to all of us. I know it inspired me to be like, okay, maybe I should reconsider steaming. So
Yeah.
so you look beautiful, your hair looks beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
love you too, and thank you for having me.
All right. Okay. Well, you have a good day the rest of the day, and be looking for some rose spray. I see I only have
Ooh.
look, I only have those because I'm not going to carry this size anymore. This is the 4 ounce, right?
Mhm.
And so I'll be sending you a couple of those.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You have a good rest of your day too.
All right. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you for watching.